So you got the Ronson Adonis lighter here. I got the fill plug out. You might be able to see it along the rail here. There seems like there's some. It used to be an O-ring, I think. That's what was kept this thing in there. That's pretty black. I'll clean that up a little bit better, but this is some of the gunk that came out of that nastiness. So this is what was holding this all together, along with age and time. But I got most of the gunk out of the inside of the rim. You can kind of see, looks a little cleaner. And we're going to try to unpack this thing. And I'm going to start off with this little handy dandy, I call it a crochet needle. You can call it what you like. I'm not quite sure. It's been one of my go-to tools for usually grabbing stuff like this out of here. And what makes it so much fun? What makes it so much fun? This hasn't probably never been out of this lighter since this lighter was brand new. I normally try to get it to come up a little bit and then grab it with something. I got a pair of hemos to my left. Hemostatic forceps, for those that want to be 100% on what they call them. Normally used for surgeries, holding blood vessels closed, vice versa, this and that. Some people use them for multi-purpose tools. Splinters, very good for that. Holding small objects that may burn your fingers. They're kind of really good for that. See if I can get a bite on it. This might take a while, as you can tell. I'll try to get a good bite and just pull. And sometimes you can get it to come out in bigger chunks. But the object is to realize that you got to be tougher than a ball of cotton. I'm certainly tougher than a ball of cotton. And then a lot of times people are working on things, cars. I have a bad habit of saying you got to be tougher than the steel sometimes when you're trying to bust loose a nut or something else. But sometimes, well, look at that. Sometimes persistence, because I ain't stopping until I get done kind of guy a lot of times. Look at that big chunk came out of there. And then I got a reason why we're doing this is because the wick is pretty much done. Couldn't get to it, couldn't pull it up, couldn't get it out. And you want to put a new one in, you got to take the old stuff out. We're going to end up throwing a couple cotton balls probably back in because I won't use this over again. That's just too cheap and easy to do something different with it. So much fun. Come on, baby. And like I said, once you get it to come out like that, usually it'll just pull right out. You just gotta. No telling what that is. I'm not even gonna guess. It runs into that still. Wouldn't it be cool if I pulled out a diamond or something? But like I said, you just never know. This could have been in Germany in 1945. This could have been some world leader's pocket. I really doubt it because this would be made out of silver or something. It wouldn't be made out of just whatever stainless. I think this is just a basic layer. But look at that, man. Holy smokes. Who the guy that stuffed the cotton in this thing was really. Look at this. I got it going. Whoop, cottontail. Look at that. I got a good chunk of that one coming. Let's see if we can just get it. Keep coming. There's some chunky stuff in here, and it's nice and hard, too. I don't know. Well, that's the chunky stuff. That's the wick. So, there's part of the wick. You always want to have the wick be part of the, let's see if we can see this. It disappears if I pull it. I don't know. Let's see if we can catch that. No, I'm not going to worry about trying to catch that on film right now. So I just want to get it out of here mostly. But look at how. There it is. So that was the end that didn't want to come through. Normally, if you look at, there's a little bit of an S shape because you want to wrap the cotton around the wick. This wick actually looks like, because it's 72 feet long, I'm going to use this one over again. I'm just going to have to, the trick to this one is you got to tie a piece of wire around here really tight, put it through here, and it's going to go at an angle. If you can see, it's going to go here, but it's got to come out there. So you really, that's where the fun is. But as you can see, I still got to get that out of there because that's still in there. A little piece of that was burned up or whatever. So what we're going to do is just go, hopefully just go. I wonder I couldn't get that out, huh? You guys. I think I need a better poking thing. Or a drill bit. Alright, well, once I get that clear, this should be easy. I think I got all of the cotton out of there. So, check me back. I'm about done with this for a minute. I just got to figure out how to get that chunky out of this piece. And never would have seen it come out when I pulled it out. We're 72% closer to being done. Alright, 7-something minutes again. Yeah, they're never quick when you think you can make them quick. But you can see the mess that there is out of this later. And there really was a lot of cotton in this thing. I can't quite believe how much. That's about probably 3 cotton balls. And I'm probably just going to shove 2 back in, but we'll see what happens. It all depends on how it fits and everything else. But that's Ronson Adonis. All the cotton and the wick is, most of the wick is out. And then the fill screw that was giving me such a pain in the butt. All right, howdy.